2014, we've been living in Melbourne, working with One Mission Society. Melbourne is a city of 4 million people. It's the second largest city in Australia. It has a diverse and multicultural population with residents from 180 countries speaking over 233 languages and dialects, following 116 religious faiths. It has an Aboriginal community of over 20,000. Part of our job with OMS is promoting missions at conventions, camps and Bible colleges. We love to have visiting OMS missionaries share in our home. OMS loves to share their vision of missions with churches and pastors. This is a camp called One Weekend for people interested in missions. At the annual report to the people, we speak about human trafficking prevention. This is our faithful prayer team that meets each week to pray for our missionaries. Multiplying disciples through doing life with those in the community. This is the men's shed. In community through local sports club. Building relationships with others. Staying in touch with family and friends in Ukraine. In community, doing window cleaning. In community with fellow homeschoolers. And in community with other Christians. The video you're about to see, and many of you may have already seen it, helps us to see how to achieve the goal of the Great Commission by reaching the unchurched culture and to find men of peace and disciple them. This is what we believe God has called us personally to. City North, you guys have always been a huge support to us. About 80% of our support comes from City North, and it's not just a cheque that comes from the church each month, but individuals who personally support us. We don't just receive money, but letters of encouragement and reassurance of prayers, and we have friendships that we deeply value. One thing that really stood out to us was just how mission-minded Murray has always been. We know Murray's a humble guy, so we don't want to try and put him up on a pedestal, but he would allow so many different people from different organisations to come and share their work. Whenever we were visiting, he would get up and encourage people to give to us and pray for us, and we really appreciate that. We find when you are a missionary, there are lots of opportunities to test your faith and trust in God. Actually, life is so out of your comfort zone that you don't even realise how much you are out of your comfort zone because it becomes so normal. Some things that missionaries have to go through would freak out most people. We've never really been settled anywhere, and we're willing to go where he would have us go. We don't own a house, and even though that desire pops up occasionally, not only in us but in our kids, we realise that not being tied to something gives us the freedom to be able to go if we need to. Having the support of other believers is so essential as missionaries. It's God's way of looking after us. To have the backing of believers to support us financially, to encourage us through their words, letters and emails, and with their prayers shows us just how God can look after us. Many times throughout our lives as missionaries, we have seen God's provision. We've had visas arrive the day before needing to travel. Sergei received his citizenship at the most perfect time. We were able to sell most of our belongings when we needed to leave Ukraine so quickly. God provided the perfect time for us in Melbourne. And it was City North who paid for us to move all of our worldly possessions from Queensland down to Melbourne. At Christmas time, someone put gifts on our front veranda for all of us. Really nice gifts too. At Easter there were chocolate eggs there, and people have put money into our letterbox and under our door. Through our daily lives, our kids are also learning to be thankful and content with all we have. We're amazed at seeing God's hand over our lives. We believe there would be more missionaries if people, for the first time in their lives, would take the step of faith to support them. We believe the Great Commission is real, and Jesus has told us to go and reach not just those who are far away, but starting with our family and our friends, and then to the ends of the earth. Like the guy who had the demons cast out of him, Jesus told him to go to his hometown and tell of everything Jesus had done for him. We will be in Brisbane this August. On the 20th of August, we'll be at Ashgrove Baptist Church along with Shane Rochfort and Michelle Taylor. Come along and visit. Hear about what the Lord's doing through OMS. We'd love to see you there. And we are willing to go. I'm too distracted now.
Come on. Come on.
Stop laughing, Sergei.